Well, it looks like Jordan Brand just hit us with another official announcement as they're going to be celebrating yet another milestone, another anniversary, but this time for one of the most beloved Jordan retro models of all time. And as far as this celebration, they're kicking things off in a major way. We got a whole bunch of new releases to look forward to, which we're going to touch on here shortly. But to begin, let's go ahead and start with these latest Jordan Brand leaks, which come courtesy, of course, Z Sneakerheads, Sneaker Files, the usual suspects. They've also provided some mock-up images. That way you can get a kind of visual of what you can expect to look forward to as these pairs are going to be releasing come next year, which the 2026 lineup is starting to kind of round out. First up here, we got the Jordan 8 Cavs, which just like the 4s, which we saw drop back in the day, I'm guessing this one will have a play off that old story about MJ with the shot over Elo. You guys know that legendary moment. Cool release, not mad at these at all. And if these turn out to be anything like this mock-up image suggests, kind of a playoff like the playoff 8s, which again, it's got that history, that storytelling theme. I think people will definitely rock with these, especially if they're already fans of Jordan 8. So that'll be a cool one to look forward to. Coming up next fall, on top of that, we got the Ben 23. Speaking of Jordan 8s, which the Ben 23 series is something that Jordan Brand kind of experimented with back in the day. More of a premium type of luxury feel, down to the materials, down to the packaging. These come with dust bags and everything. They're a lot more exclusive, limited, but also do come with a higher retail price tag. So for next year, I think we've heard reports of Ben 3s, Ben 6s. You can add the 8s to the list right here, which the colors based off this mock-up image are interesting. It appears that these are like a forest green type of finish, which we'll see how it goes. But for me, when I think of a Ben release, like they could just hit us with like a pair of 8s that look something like the Ben 5s, right? All black, maybe give it a leather finish, more premium feel, and call it a day. I think that would be a hit, but we'll see how these joints right here turn out. Next up, now this one's real interesting. Jordan 3 Laser, which I actually had no clue about this one, but apparently back in the day, these ones were made for Michael Jordan's birthday. Apparently like only 40 pairs were made back in the day when these originally dropped. So this was from that time when we were seeing Jordan Brand hit us with the Jordan 4 Lasers, the Jordan 20s, which had that laser print on there. And we can't forget the Dub Zeros, which were hot back in the day. So these are cool or whatever. I mean, I feel like they could have did a better execution with like the laser print. I think back in the day when these maybe originally were made, they were really cool. But as far as like translating here to 2026, I love the laser print. Don't get me wrong and everything, but maybe they could just hit us with one of those 4s or something like that. And as far as these 3s, while I understand the significance, how limited they were at one point, I would just say, like, for me personally, these would be a pass for me, but we'll see what happens. But with these dropping come next year, I think it opens up the possibility for us to see maybe some of those other pairs released, like the Jordan 4 Lasers. I feel like those would go crazy, right? Now, as far as these leaks out the way, right? Here's the big announcement from Jordan Brand, right? They're going to be celebrating the anniversary of the Jordan 11, right? The 30th anniversary from when this shoe dropped. It was like the end of 95, right? So we're going to get a whole bunch of Jordan 11s coming up soon, right? Some dropping this fall, some early 2026, including this pair of Jordan 11s, which they're calling the Tokyos, which right off the bat, y'all, like looking at these, now first and foremost, they're gonna be limited, right? But the first thing that comes to mind, cool gray 11s, right? With the pre-aged sole is what it looks like to me, right? But the materials are a little bit different. I think this is dope. I appreciate the pre-aged vintage look. I think it's a dope execution on this model, which I know these aren't gonna be for everybody, but again, Tokyo exclusive, limited. Y'all ain't gonna be able to touch these joints anyways. Next up here, we got something even more crazy. The Jordan China, Jordan 11 China, which the materials on the upper is the first thing that's gonna jump out to you, right? It almost looks like snakeskin, but it's actually a beaded design, which I'm guessing maybe it's supposed to appear like snakeskin, but this is the interesting, unique design element for the Jordan 11. But again, this one's a China exclusive. So if you're not rocking with these, it's cool because they're not even for you anyways. Now, as we get into some more stuff here, we got the ones that probably most people are most excited for, the Jordan 11 Gamma Blue, which we originally saw drop back in the day. They're bringing them back. A lot of people have nostalgia for this sneaker, but on top of that, it's just a good solid pair of Jordan 11s. Can't go wrong with these right here. Probably see a whole bunch of stock. These will probably be everywhere, dropping in full family size. And this is gonna be the big annual holiday Jordan 11 release, which has been a tradition for years now, right? Next up, we got a set of city exclusive pairs, which we've heard of these previously, but now to see what these actually look like. First and foremost, we got the Houston pair, right? These are all going to be dropping coming up November 22nd at select regional retail partner locations, right? So I'm guessing that means we're not going to see these hit the sneakers app. And of course, we'll be dropping in the select cities, which they are dedicated to. So as far as the Houston pair, apparently these are supposed to be like dedicated to the inside of like a trunk of like an old school car, which of course, you know, is a big thing with the whole Houston culture and everything like that. You guys know what I'm talking about. Now, as far as the Vegas purple joints, these are supposed to be like dedicated to like the sunset in the desert out there in Vegas, which that's an interesting theme. And then I ain't gonna lie, Atlanta, they kind of play with y'all name right here. As far as these Atlanta joints, bro, how they gonna drop a pair of Jordan 11s dedicated to the city of Atlanta with this rainbow theme? Like, what are they trying to get at? Like, why would they drop a rainbow pair of Jordan 11s for the city of Atlanta? Like, I'm kind of puzzled, but for some reason, like, I just felt like they could have executed a pair of 11s a lot better for y'all. Like, what's with the whole rainbow theme and everything like that? So 3 different Jordan 11s, all city exclusives, one for the city of Houston, Atlanta, Georgia, and then we got Jordan Brand showing love to Vegas. So let me know if y'all are rocking with those. What are your thoughts on that sneaker right there? Which, as far as all of these pairs right here, here's the official press release, which Jordan Brand unveils exclusive Air Jordan 11 styles to celebrate the Silhouette's 30th anniversary. So here they all go right here, which on top of that, you know, we got the rare Air 11s, we got this women's exclusive pair, and then this kids pair right here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 new Jordan 11s to look forward to, which these are all slated to drop through this fall up until spring of 2026. So when you talk about this model, one of the most beloved Jordans of all time, a sneaker which some people may say hasn't aged that great, but just for me as a kid coming up, bro, like the 11s were just like always the hottest releases, bro. Like, you just can't tell me nothing about Jordan 11s, although it's something that like you may not see in my rotation no longer. I always have a love and appreciation for all of the OGs, from the Breads, the Concords, the Space Jams, Cool Gray 11s, just so many great releases throughout the years. And for the most part, I pretty much own most of them, right? Can't forget about the Legend Blues as well. So here's the release calendar. They're going to be kicking things off with the rare Air 11s, set to drop coming up in October, all the way down to the Tokyo 11s, slated to drop spring of 2026. So let me know your thoughts on this, man. A lot of pairs to go around. Comment down below. Let me know which are some of your favorites, which we got sneakerheads chiming in from all over the Twitter stratosphere. We got a big figure here, Matt Welty from Complex Sneakers, talking about, dang, Jordan Brand really decided to celebrate the Air Jordan 11's anniversary by officially killing the shoe, LOL. So that's what y'all think about all the time, and Jordan Brand put into celebrating this iconic release. Y'all just feel like they're really killing the 11s like that. This dude Freddie put it, they put these exact colorways on some New Balances, you'd be glazing it. Be honest. He put probably not. All right. Somebody put elaborate, sir. Look at the picture. You have eyes. Sneaker Fetish said, I heard from a trusted source that after this, the 11 is going away for a long time. So maybe this is a swan song of sorts. That's interesting. What do y'all think about that? Should Jordan Brand maybe vote the 11s for a little while? It's an interesting conversation, because I would say always just keep the releases coming. But as far as preserving the legacy, I mean, they just keep hitting us with the OGs. And when you talk about 11s, it seems like most people ain't rocking with a lot of these models or new colors outside of the originals, which we've seen re-released time and time again. Maybe there could be some to that argument, right? This dude put, they got to push back how many pairs they're making. I get it. It's a cash grab at this point. But in my opinion, Jordan Brand should release these weirder colorways as GRs. The retro colorways should be more rare launch. All right. I can see that. Andrew Walker put, I get that it's the anniversary of the 11s and whatnot. And yes, I've gone on record stating I don't like 11s, but this is downright awful. So y'all see what the people are talking about, man. I already know, like, for the OGs that watched MJ play back in the day, they're going to have a different opinion. But for, like, the newer crowd that maybe just got into sneakers, like, say, after 2020, they might think that these shoes definitely look retro and a sign of the time. So it just kind of depends on, like, I feel like, you know, where you're at as far as in the sneaker game. But this is what we have. Jordan Brand officially dropped the announcement here. Y'all see it right from Nike themselves. This is what we can look forward to. And I ain't gonna lie, like, out of all these joints right here, Nah, I'm not really getting funky with any of these. The only ones that I could really rock with the most would probably be the Tokyos, just because I got so much love for the Cool Gray 11s, you know what I mean? But these are cool or whatever, man. I'm sure there's a little something for everybody. The city exclusive joints are cool, right? Where my ATLians at? Y'all rocking with the rainbow joints? Like, how we feeling? I think outside of like your original OG Jordan 11s, there is one specific pair, which I saw somebody mentioning on Twitter. I just can't find exactly where she was at, but she was talking about these right here. The Dirty Bread Jordan 11s, which I feel like coming up, this was like every sneakerhead's dream, especially like 10 plus years back. We always wanted to see a pair of this so much that people were even customizing their Bread 11s, painting the midsole black to come out with these Dirty Bread 11 joints, which got a bread colorway, iconic motto. I felt like if Jordan Brand was to maybe vault the 11s, like maybe this would be like the swan song release, like if they want to say it like that. I feel like this would be the one that we would have went nuts for back in like, let's say like 2011, 2012 through 2015 or something like that. But how do y'all feel about these now? I felt like probably a lot better than some of these other pairs that they dropped, or just bring back the OG. So Jordan Brand, 30th anniversary for the 11s, a whole lot of pairs planned. Drop your thoughts down below, man. I'll catch y'all next time. Stay safe, stay blessed. I'm out.